Today, we're taking a close look at one of the most impressive luxury electric SUVs on the road, the Cadillac Escalade IQ. If you thought the traditional Cadillac Escalade was already big, luxurious, and attention-grabbing, the Escalade IQ takes that idea and pushes it into the electric age. This is not simply an Escalade with an electric motor. Cadillac has created the IQ as a completely different kind of luxury SUV, combining enormous road presence, advanced technology, impressive electric performance, and an interior design feel more like a private lounge than an ordinary family vehicle. And as we look toward the 2027 model year, the Escalade IQ becomes even more interesting, especially for buyers who want something large, distinctive, and fully electric. From the first moment you see the Escalade IQ, its size is impossible to ignore. The SUV has a huge stance, a long body, a wide profile, and unmistakable Cadillac design. Instead of trying to hide its size, Cadillac embraces it. At the front, you get the dramatic vertical lighting signature that has become one of Cadillac's most recognizable design features. The lighting gives the Escalade IQ a futuristic appearance, especially at night. The illuminated elements and sharp lines make the vehicle look more like a concept car that somehow escaped from an auto show and made it onto the road. The front grille area is also very different from what you would see on a traditional gasoline-powered Escalade. Because the IQ is electric, Cadillac doesn't need a conventional engine grille in the same way. Instead, the front design is used to create a smooth, sophisticated appearance while still giving the SUV the visual authority expected from an Escalade. Move around to the side, and the sheer length of this SUV becomes even more obvious. Large wheels, a long roofline, sculpted bodywork, and flush-style door handles contribute to a premium appearance. This is the kind of vehicle that is designed to make an entrance, and that's an important part of the Escalade IQ's identity. Cadillac isn't trying to make a small, efficient electric SUV. This is a huge luxury EV designed for customers who want space, comfort, technology, and presence. Inside, things become even more interesting. The dashboard is dominated by an enormous digital display that stretches across much of the cabin. The screen gives the driver and passengers access to vehicle information, entertainment, navigation, climate functions, and other digital features. But the Escalade IQ isn't only about having a giant screen. Cadillac has clearly focused on making the cabin feel expensive and relaxing. Depending on the configuration, passengers can enjoy premium materials, sophisticated seating, advanced audio technology, and a wide range of comfort features. For people sitting in the rear, the experience can be particularly impressive. The Escalade IQ is designed with passenger comfort in mind, making it suitable not only for families but also for executives, celebrities, and anyone who wants to travel in a highly luxurious environment. Imagine sitting in the back on a long journey, surrounded by a quiet electric powertrain. Premium materials, large screens, comfortable seats, and advanced climate control. That's one of the major advantages of an electric luxury SUV. When a vehicle is moving at highway speed, you don't have the same engine noise and vibration associated with a large gasoline SUV. The result can be an exceptionally calm driving environment. And then there's the performance. Despite its enormous size, the Escalade IQ is not slow. Electric motors provide instant torque, and that means this massive SUV can accelerate with surprising urgency. Depending on the configuration, the Escalade IQ can produce well over 700 horsepower, while certain driving modes can unlock even more performance. That is an incredible amount of power for a vehicle of this size. In fact, the performance numbers put the Escalade IQ into territory that many people would not expect from a luxury SUV weighing several tons. The acceleration is one of those experiences that can completely change your perception of the vehicle. You look at the Escalade IQ and expect a comfortable, heavy, relaxed cruiser. Then you press the accelerator. The electric motors respond immediately, and the SUV moves forward with the kind of instant acceleration that only a powerful EV can deliver. But Cadillac knows that most Escalade IQ owners aren't buying this vehicle to race from traffic light to traffic light. The real purpose of the Escalade IQ is effortless luxury. It's about having enough power that the vehicle never feels stressed. It's about merging onto a motorway without hesitation. It's about carrying passengers and luggage while still having plenty of performance available. And it's about delivering a smooth, quiet driving experience. Another major part of the Escalade IQ story is its battery. The SUV uses a very large battery pack, which is necessary because you're dealing with a large and heavy vehicle. Cadillac has designed the Escalade IQ with long-distance driving in mind, and official range figures can reach hundreds of miles depending on configuration and conditions. Of course, real-world range will always depend on factors such as temperature, speed, weather, wheel size, passenger load, and driving style. But the overall objective is clear. Cadillac wants the Escalade IQ to be an EV that owners can actually use for everyday life. You shouldn't have to treat it like a fragile city car. You should be able to drive it to work, take the family shopping, travel on the motorway, go on a weekend trip, and return home without constantly worrying about the battery. Charging is another important part of ownership. At home, an owner with the right charging equipment can start each day with a substantial amount of range already available. For longer journeys, DC fast charging becomes much more important. And because the Escalade IQ is positioned as a premium modern EV, charging technology is a major part of the overall ownership experience. The idea is simple. You park the vehicle, connect the charger, go inside, and let the car take care of the rest. For people who have never owned an electric vehicle before, that lifestyle can feel very different from visiting a petrol station every few days. But the Escalade IQ isn't trying to win customers purely through efficiency. It's about luxury. And this is where Cadillac has an opportunity to compete with some of the biggest names in the premium automotive world. The traditional Escalade has already built a reputation as a status symbol. It has been associated with luxury hotels, celebrities, executives, professional athletes, and high-profile families. The Escalade IQ takes that same image and gives an electric identity. It's quiet, it's futuristic, it's enormous, and it looks expensive. For the 2027 model year, the bigger question is how Cadillac will continue developing the Escalade IQ. Luxury electric vehicles are changing extremely quickly. Technology that seems impressive today can become ordinary within only a few years. That means Cadillac needs to keep improving software, charging capability, interior technology, driver assistance, battery efficiency, and personalization. And this is where bespoke or highly personalized versions become particularly interesting. Luxury buyers don't necessarily want the exact same vehicle as everyone else. They want choices. They want unique interiors. They want special materials. They want exclusive wheels. They want personalized colors. They want technology packages. And in the ultra-luxury market, customization can become almost as important as performance. A future 2027 Escalade IQ configured specifically for an individual customer could potentially feel less like a mass-produced SUV and more like a personalized luxury product. Imagine a deep metallic exterior finish, enormous wheels, a custom leather interior, rear executive seating, premium entertainment screens, a powerful sound system, and personalized trim throughout the cabin. That kind of configuration can make the Escalade IQ feel truly special. And let's talk about the size. For some people, the size of the Escalade IQ will be one of its biggest advantages. For others, it could be one of its biggest disadvantages. This is not a small SUV. Parking in narrow city streets can be challenging. Older parking garages may feel tight. Driving through small European towns can require more concentration. And in the United Kingdom, where roads and parking spaces can often be significantly smaller than in the United States, the Escalade IQ's dimensions could be a serious consideration. But that's also what makes it fascinating. The Escalade IQ is a vehicle designed around a very different idea of luxury. It's not trying to be small. It's not trying to disappear into traffic. It's designed to be noticed. And if you're the kind of driver who enjoys that feeling, the Escalade IQ delivers it immediately. From a technology perspective, the cabin is one of the most impressive parts of the vehicle. The huge curved display creates a futuristic environment for both the driver and passengers. But technology isn't just about screens. Modern luxury vehicles are becoming software platforms on wheels. Features can be updated. Vehicle systems can become smarter. Entertainment can become more advanced. Navigation can become more intelligent. And driver assistance technology can continue evolving. The Escalade IQ represents this transition from traditional luxury automobiles toward highly connected electric vehicles. But there is something important to remember. The Escalade IQ isn't necessarily designed to replace every luxury SUV. different customers want different things. Someone looking for sporty handling might prefer a Porsche. Someone looking for traditional British luxury might choose a Range Rover. Someone looking for extreme exclusivity might go toward Bentley or Rolls-Royce. And someone looking for German technology might consider Mercedes-Benz or BMW. The Escalade IQ has its own identity. Its biggest selling point is a combination of size, presence, technology, electric power, and American luxury. It's a different interpretation of what a premium SUV should be, and that makes it especially interesting for 2027. Imagine seeing one arrive outside a luxury hotel in London. The tall front end, the distinctive Cadillac lighting, the huge wheels, the long body, the silent electric powertrain. It would certainly attract attention, and that visual impact is something Cadillac understands very well. The Escalade name has always been about presence. The IQ simply changes the source of its power. Instead of a large gasoline engine, you get electric motors and a massive battery. Instead of engine noise, you get near-silent acceleration. Instead of a conventional dashboard, you get a digital environment. And instead of thinking about the future as something years away, Cadillac is putting that future directly into a luxury SUV. But there is also a practical side. The Escalade IQ provides enormous interior space. That makes it useful for families. You can carry multiple passengers. You can carry luggage. You can use it for long-distance travel. And you can enjoy the benefits of an electric powertrain without giving up the size and comfort that many large SUV buyers expect. For a family with a large budget, this could be a very compelling combination. For business owners and executives, it could also make sense as a luxury transport vehicle. And for someone who simply wants the biggest, most futuristic Cadillac available, the Escalade IQ is an obvious choice. However, potential buyers should also consider the realities of EV ownership. Charging infrastructure is improving, but it isn't identical everywhere. Long-distance journeys require some planning. Cold weather can reduce efficiency. High-speed motorway driving can consume more energy. Large wheels can also affect efficiency. And because this is such a large vehicle, aerodynamic and weight-related factors will always matter. So while the Escalade IQ can offer impressive range, buyers should think about how they actually drive. If most of your journeys are short city trips, charging at home can make ownership extremely convenient. If you regularly drive hundreds of miles in a single day, you'll want to understand the fast charging network available along your routes. This is especially important for anyone considering an Escalade IQ in the UK. The UK market is different from the American market. Roads are narrower. Parking spaces can be smaller. Charging networks vary by region, and the availability, pricing, specifications, and official launch plan for certain large American vehicles can differ from the United States. So if you're watching this from Britain and you're seriously considering the Escalade IQ, always check the latest UK-specific information before placing an order. But from a design perspective, there is no question that the Escalade IQ is one of the most dramatic electric SUVs available. It doesn't look like a typical EV. It doesn't try to be minimalist in the traditional sense. It doesn't hide its personality. Instead, Cadillac gives it a huge presence and a bold identity. And that's exactly what makes it interesting. The electric vehicle market is becoming increasingly crowded. There are electric SUVs from Mercedes-Benz. There are electric SUVs from BMW. There are electric SUVs from Audi. There are electric SUVs from Porsche. There are electric SUVs from Range Rover. And now Cadillac is bringing the Escalade name into the fight. But Cadillac has something many competitors don't have: the Escalade name itself. For decades, the name has represented American luxury SUV culture. The IQ gives that name a new future. And perhaps that's the most important thing about this vehicle. It's not simply an electric SUV. It's Cadillac saying that the Escalade can survive the transition from gasoline to electricity without losing its personality. You still get the massive dimensions. You still get the luxury. You still get the technology. You still get the road presence. You still get the premium experience. But the powertrain is completely different. As we move toward 2027, that combination could become even more attractive. Battery technology will continue developing. Charging infrastructure will continue expanding. Software will become more sophisticated. and luxury customers will increasingly expect electric options. The Escalade IQ is positioned right in the middle of that transition. And if Cadillac continues improving the vehicle while offering more personalization and luxury options, it could become one of the most interesting large electric SUVs of the era. So, would you choose a Cadillac Escalade IQ over a Range Rover, BMW 9, Mercedes electric SUV, or Porsche Cayenne electric? Would you actually want a huge electric SUV like this in the UK? Or do you think a smaller luxury EV makes more sense for British roads? Let me know your opinion in the comments. And if you enjoyed this look at the Cadillac Escalade IQ and want to see more videos about the latest luxury cars, upcoming 2027 models, electric SUVs, supercars, and the future of automotive technology, make sure you subscribe to the channel. There are some incredible cars coming over the next few years, and the Escalade IQ is just one example of how quickly the luxury car industry is changing. The future of luxury isn't simply about bigger engines anymore. It's about technology, silence, performance, personalization, comfort, and the ability to turn an everyday journey into an experience. And the Cadillac Escalade IQ is one of the clearest examples of that new philosophy. Huge, electric, luxurious, futuristic, and unmistakably Cadillac. The 2027 era is going to be very interesting, and the Escalade IQ is definitely a vehicle worth watching.